Final game of this homestand for the Rockies, and thank goodness the Rockies are 4-8 at home and 10-6 on the road. Right now, a 500 record for the Rockies puts them 3 games out of first place. They fall into the 500 mark. The Padres are in first. Dodgers also at the 500 mark, so they're 3 games out. Diamondbacks, who spent much of the beginning of the year towards the cellar in the division, are now only a game behind the Rockies. Antonio Senzatella will be tasked with trying to get his first win today and trying to salvage 1 game on this homestand after the Rockies were swept by the Milwaukee Brewers and then yesterday were blown out by the Chicago White Sox by a final score of 11-1. Senzatella looking for his first win of the year. He's pitched well enough. 2.74 ERA. First batter he will face is Leury Garcia, player of the game yesterday. Hit 2 home runs, including a grand slam. He's hitting .360 on the year. That speedy leadoff man center fielder. First pitch is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. Dodgers are 15-15. Rockies are 14-14. Dodgers have just played a couple more games. White Sox have the same record as the Dodgers. A battle of 2 500 clubs here today. A 1 pitch coming from Senzatella is swung on and grounded towards first base. Murphy drops it, but he'll have time to flip to the pitcher Senzatella covering for out number 1. Let's look at the rest of the starting lineup for the White Sox. Third baseman Yoan Moncada, batting third the shortstop Tim Anderson, batting cleanup left fielder Eloy Jimenez, batting fifth, getting his first start of the series is the first baseman Jose Abreu, batting sixth in right field Nomar Mazara, batting seventh and catching is Manny Grandal, batting eighth at second base is Danny Mendick. So fairly similar lineup for the White Sox today as yesterday. Yoan Moncada takes first pitch fastball for a strike. Just Abreu in there for Encarnacion today. Encarnacion homered yesterday as well. Lots of runs crossed the plate for the White Sox. They scored early and often yesterday. Low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Beautiful afternoon here at Coors Field. Almost completely clear skies out there. Just a few passing high clouds to contend with. Will not put a damper on a beautiful afternoon in Colorado. There's a pitch low and away. Hitters count now on Yoan Moncada. Home plate umpire Mike Fillmore. Rusty Valentine at first. Jerry Hillsdale at second. And Kenny Jansen is your third base umpire today. So, 5-game homestand. Rockies are 0-4, trying to salvage 1 today. Yoan Moncada hitting .311 on the year, swings in. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. It's going to hook, though, and it will go foul. To his motion, windup, and the 2-2 pitch. Is strike 3 called. He got him on the outside corner. That's out number 2. First strikeout of the day for Antonio Senzatella. Tim Anderson will be the batter. Shortstop batting third today. .292 average on the year. First pitch here is going to be a strike. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 7-game hitting streak for Anderson. 6 home runs, 23 RBI on the year, and 849 OPS. Really solid numbers. Not a guy who will walk very much, but he certainly has good bat-to-ball skills and can hit for some power as well. There's a strike. Quickly 0-2 on Anderson. Those 23 runs batted in for him on the year, ranked second on the White Sox. And this 0-2 pitch coming from Senzatella is swung on and popped foul and out of play. Another 0-2 pitch coming, and it's outside, ball 1. Rockies will face the Phillies for a 3-game weekend series, then go to Detroit for some interleague action against the Tigers. First action in an interleague ballpark this year. I've already played the Rangers, and now the White Sox have the Rockies here at Coors Field. 1-2 pitch coming, and that's going to miss outside. Slider that time from Senzatella. His motion 2-2 pitch is swung on and miss. He got him on strikes. That will retire the side. Good first inning for Senzatella. Rockies will try to do something they have not done this series, and that's get on the board first. They have Story, Blackmon, and Dahl due up. Getting the start today for the White Sox is their ace, Lucas Giolito. Bit of a struggle to start this year. 4.05 ERA, 1-1 record. This is his 7th start. 33 and a third innings, has 35 strikeouts and 18 walks. Maybe a couple too many walks. 153 is his whip. 33 hits allowed, so his ERA right now is 4.05. Not quite the Giolito of 2019 when he really established himself. as the ace of this rotation. Trevor Story is going to lead things off. Yeah, we have a change in the batting order for the Rockies. Trevor Story and David Dahl switching spots. Story's going to lead things off. We saw him leading things off towards the end of the season in 2019. Bud Black experimenting with that, and Dahl and Story starting to struggle a little bit again, so Bud Black hoping to get things going by moving them around in the order. First pitch here to Story. He's going to miss low and away. I mentioned fourth place in the American League Central are the White Sox with their .500 record, 15-15. .1-0 from Giolito is taken for a strike with a circle change. Giolito, former Washington National, came over in the Adam Eaton trade. Swung on and grounded foul. 1-2 the count on Story. Rockies have had a couple more off days this year than many other teams in the division. There's a swing and a miss, and Story strikes out for the first out of this inning against Lucas Giolito of the White Sox. Michael Kopech, we saw yesterday, came into the game with some really rough numbers, and he ended up putting together 6 really solid innings, only giving up 1 run against the Rockies. Charlie Blackmon will be the batter, hitting .270 on the year. He's been doing very well out of this number 2 spot in the order. First pitch is a strike to him. That batting average of .270 ranks third on the Rockies after Nolan Arenado and Daniel Murphy. 3 home runs on the year for Blackmon, one of which came in the series against Milwaukee. Was not enough for the Rockies offense, however. A 1 pitch is swung on and shot foul. Quickly 0-2 on Charlie Blackmon, who has spent his entire career with these Rockies, 9-year career. Giolito kicks and deals, and it's swung on and skied in the air towards left field. Going back on this one at the track, at the wall. That ball's gone. Home run for Charlie Blackmon, and for the first time this series, the Rockies have the lead first. 4th home run of the year for Blackmon. 1-0 Rockies. 452 feet, the estimated distance, 100.3 mile per hour exit velocity. Blackmon getting the Rockies on the board first here in this final game of the homestand. .451 feet deep to left center field. David Dahl batting .237 on the year, takes first pitch in the dirt. .237 average for Dahl, 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. His average ranks 5th on the Rockies, .664 OPS. 1-0 delivery coming from Giolito to Dahl, and it's taken for a strike on the outside corner. Dahl went 0 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. Not a whole lot of offense to speak of. Only 2 hits for the Rockies yesterday, and that's taken for a strike of the knees of a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. .1-0 Rockies here in the bottom of the first. 1-2 coming to Dahl. It swung on and missed to get him on strikes. Second strikeout is the second out of the inning for Giolito. He gets Story and Dahl. Blackmon homering in between them. That'll bring up Nolan Arenado now. Arenado, .337 average on the year. First pitch coming from Giolito is taken for a strike of the knees. Arenado and Daniel Murphy, the 2 Rockies who have started every game of this year so far. Everyone else has got at least a day off. There's an 0-1 delivery from Giolito, and that's swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2 on Arenado. Arenado right now has jumped into first place in the National League with his 26 runs batted in, overtaking Hunter Pence. He had an RBI walk for the lone run of the game for the Rockies yesterday. Bases loaded situation. Tony Wolters crossed the dish. 0-2 coming from Giolito is swung on and missed to get him on strikes. So a home run for Charlie Blackmon. Otherwise, Giolito ends up striking out the side in the first. But Rockies are on the good side of the scoreboard in this one. They're up 1-0 after an inning of play. Eloy Jimenez leads things off here in the second inning. 2-14, 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in on the year. Homered in yesterday's ball game. Trying to get things going on the year, the young White Sox farmhand. It's acquired from the Cubs in a trade in 2017. Had a real breakout year last year, the young star did. That one missed just a little bit low. Senzatella said, hey, I think some of those calls went the White Sox way there in the first inning. This 1-1 is swung on and pulled foul. Senzatella has been one of the more consistent starters for the Rockies this year, as Kyle Freeland has been injured. German Marquez and John Gray have both struggled. Chichi Gonzalez also been solid. Pitched low and away, count evens at 2. Senzatella's 2-2 is taken low and the count goes full. Jose Abreu waiting on deck. He's getting his first start of the series. Swung on and fouled out of play. We will do it again. Encarnacion started yesterday at first base. He homered in yesterday's ball game. One of the 11 runs scored by the White Sox. Swing and a miss. He got him on strike. Senzatella picks up his third strikeout of the day already for the first out here in the second inning. And here we'll see Jose Abreu for the first time this series. Abreu on the year, batting .270. First pitch from Senzatella is taken for a strike on the inside corner. Seems to be a pitcher's strike zone largely today. 4 home runs, 14 driven in on the year, and a .760 OPS for the White Sox slugger, who signed an extension this offseason. Seems like he would enjoy spending his entire career as a member of these White Sox. Rick Hahn and company have made a home for him that he has enjoyed. He was 0 for 4 in the last game he played. The day off yesterday. First time Rockies have seen him in this series. 0-2 pitch coming. And that's high and away. Abreu not chasing a slider in that part of the off the strike zone. Senzatella gets the sign he likes into his windup. 1-2 is going to miss low and away with a curveball. Senzatella's 2-2 is, oh man, just a bit low. Count goes full. Nomar Mazara is waiting on deck. That'll be one extra pitch Senzatella will have to throw here in the second inning. A call that certainly could have gone the other way. Senzatella kicks and fires. Swung on and lined towards the gap in right center field. That ball is going to get down and bang off the wall. Blackmon over to cut it off, and cruising into second base with a one-out double is Jose Abreu. Senzatella thought he might have had Abreu struck out on that previous pitch, and instead it's the 8th double of the year for Jose Abreu. It's going to bring up Nomar Mazara now with the runner in scoring position. White Sox trying to answer right back after the Rockies got on the board first with a solo home run by Charlie Blackmon. Senzatella looks towards second base where Abreu is, delivers to Mazara, and it's swung on and grounded into right field past a diving McMahon. A base hit. Abreu will be held at third. And there are runners on the corners with one out now for the White Sox. Mazara not wasting any time going after that first pitch. And Yasmani Grandal will be the batter, .295 average for the first-year catcher with the White Sox. This pitch is going to miss inside, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. .295 average, ranks 5th on the White Sox for Grandal. He has got 5 home runs, 14 driven in on the year, and .843 OPS with the Brewers last year, Padres and Dodgers before that. This 1-0 coming from Senzatella is swung on and pulled foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grandal was suspended as part of the biogenesis scandal back in the 2012 season. 2012-2013 season. That swung on and shot foul, 1-2 the count. Grandal went 0 for 5 yesterday, one of the few White Sox not to make an impact in yesterday's ball game on offense. Senzatella comes set and delivers inside. Senzatella shakes once, gets the sign he likes, gets ready to deliver a 2-2 pitch to Yasmani Grandal. And it's swung on and fouled back. Senzatella having to throw a couple extra pitches here in the second inning. And a very good pitch at the knees to Jose Abreu earlier to not get called. He would end up doubling. Now he's on third base. 2-2 to Grandal. Is strike 3 called. He got him on the outside corner. That's out number 2. Huge second strikeout of this inning, yes. And 4th strikeout of the game for Antonio Senzatella. That's going to bring up Danny Mendick. He had a good day yesterday. Scored a couple runs. 375 average on the year for Danny Mendick, the second baseman for the White Sox this year. First pitch is going to miss inside with a slider. That average is first in the American League right now for Mendick. 3 home runs, 15 driven in on the year, 952 OPS. Still early, but it's pretty impressive. We're almost through the month of April here. This is the last game the Rockies will play in April. Off day tomorrow before they go to Philly. 1-0 delivery coming from Senzatella is swung on and missed for strike 2. Mendick 11 for his last 39 at the plate. It's a .282 average over his last 10 games, so it's actually a batting average that's gone down as of late for a really hot start to the year for Danny Mendick. Senzatella, big pitch coming here, the 1-1. And that's taken high and away. Hitters count now on Danny Mendick. Senzatella holds that glove up around his head when he comes set and lowers it down to just above the belt, fires, and it's low and away. 3 balls and a strike now. The pitcher, Lucas Giolito, is waiting on deck. 22 of 37 pitches for strikes from Senzatella so far in this one. And his 3-1 is in there for a strike on the inside corner. Full count now. 25 pitches this inning for Senzatella, 14 have been strikes. Some stressful pitches thrown this inning, though. 1-0 Rockies, 3-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. The pitch is going to miss outside, ball 4. Bases will be loaded now with 2 outs for Giolito, the pitcher. Looking for his first hit on the year. I believe this is his first time playing in an NL ballpark on the season. Lucas Giolito. First pitch is swung on and popped foul and over the screen. Rockies did not handle the starting pitcher Michael Kopech yesterday. He scored a couple of runs, had his first major league hit, a double, also a walk. Would like to see better results against the starting pitcher for the opposing team today. 0-1 is swung on and grounded up the middle into center field, a base hit. That's going to get 2 runs home. And it is now 2-1 White Sox. They take the lead here in the second. 2-run single for Lucas Giolito. The starting pitcher does it to the Rockies once again. The lineup will turn over for Leury Garcia. Two-1 White Sox now. Senzatella looks towards second base and delivers a swing and a high fly ball towards right field. Blackmon's going back on this one. It's deep. He's at the track, and that ball's gone. 3-run home run for Leury Garcia. What a series this guy has had. 9th home run of the year. 2 home runs yesterday. And that's going to really quiet down the crowd. 397 feet off the bat, 93.4 mile per hour exit velocity. Rockies took that early 1-0 lead in their half of the first inning. White Sox jump right back. 5 runs, and they have a 5-1 lead here in the second inning. It has been really rough on this homestand for Rockies pitchers, especially early in games. Yoan Moncada will be the batter, 0 for 1 today. There's a strike. Marquez and Senzatella both had really good first innings, then really struggled in the second, had to come out in the third did Marquez. We'll see what holds for Senzatella today. Moncada tied for first place in the American League with his 42 hits on the year. It's a pitch outside. Now it's a hitter's count on Moncada, and it all started with that 2-run single by the starting pitcher, Lucas Giolito, that allowed the lineup to turn over and Garcia to hit his 3rd home run of this series here in the 2nd game. And a grand slam yesterday. Hard to comprehend the struggles we've seen at home to start this year for the Rockies. 4-8 at home, 10-6 on the road. 5-game road trip awaits them. We will be looking forward to it. 2-2 pitch coming from Senzatella is going to miss outside. Full count now. Tim Anderson waiting on deck. Lots of pitches here in the 2nd for Senzatella. Close to 50 now after only throwing just a couple over 10 to 12 pitches there in the 1st. And that's going to be swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. This one's deep. Dahl is going back on this one. He's going to watch that one hit high off the wall. It's going to be an easy triple. And with 2 outs, Yohan Moncada, that's his first triple of the year. He's on 3rd base as the White Sox continue to flex their muscles and get a lot of hits off Rockies pitchers here in this quick 2-game series at Coors Field. Lots of hard contact. It was a good start to the day for Senzatella, but things kind of unraveled here in the 2nd, all coming with 2 outs, all these runs that have scored. Tim Anderson will be the batter. He's 0 for 1. First pitch is taken for a strike, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. No one up in the Rockies bullpen just yet. Next pitch will be the 50th of the day for Senzatella through 1 2/3 innings pitched. And it's going to miss low and away with a slider. Anderson on a 7-game hitting streak. Talented shortstop for the White Sox. Really had a breakout year in 2019. Senzatella comes set. Looks towards 3rd, delivers a 1-1, and that's taken just a bit high. Now it's a hitter's count on Anderson. 30 pitches of 51 have been strikes on the day for Senzatella. Up over 50, and we're not through the 2nd inning yet. Rockies offense once again will have some work to do. They did score first for the first time this series. Pitch misses high and away. 3 balls and a strike now. Eloy Jimenez is waiting on deck. Rockies could have used certainly a long start today. Jeff Hoffman had to pitch a couple innings and a couple outs more than that yesterday. He's the long reliever for the Rockies. Don't necessarily want to use him again today. This 3-1 pitch coming from Senzatella is taken for a strike. Full count. The 3-2 coming here from Senzatella is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes, and that will mercifully end this inning. Leury Garcia, the 3-run home run, his 3rd home run of this series, makes it 5-1 White Sox going to the bottom of the 2nd. Daniel Murphy leads things off here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. .288 average, that ranks 2nd on the Rockies. .441 slugging, a .786 OPS. He's cooled off a little as of late. For a real hot stretch for him. On the last homestand prior to this one, and the last road trip, he was really hitting well. He swings and lines one foul. Rockies scored their run in the bottom of the 1st inning on a Charlie Blackmon solo home run, so they're on pace to score a run, and all 9 innings of this one, that's all they would need. 5-1 White Sox is your score. This 0-1 pitch coming from Giolito is swung on and lined toward center field. Right there to make the catch is Leury Garcia for out number 1. Let's look at the defense for the White Sox now. Left to right in the outfield, Eloy Jimenez, Leury Garcia, and Nomar Mazara. Infield corners, Yohan Moncada and Jose Abreu getting his first start of the series. Tim Anderson and Danny Mendick are up the middle, your double play combination, and the battery consists of the catcher Yasmani Grandal, and the starting pitcher today is Lucas Giolito. Ryan McMahon will be the batter. .237 on the year for Ryan McMahon. First pitch here is taking 95-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. Giolito kicks and fires, swing and a miss, quickly 0-2 on McMahon, who's still got 3 home runs in his last 4 games, 3 home runs in that series against the Brewers. And that swung on and fouled out of play. McMahon stays alive. The 0-2 is a check swing and a pitch outside. McMahon lays off, ball 1. That's going to be low. Count evens at 2 now. All 3 of those home runs in the series against the Brewers were against lefties for McMahon. That swung on in line towards left field. Eloy Jimenez going back on this one. That's over his head and it'll bounce off the wall. McMahon will cruise into second base with a 1-out double here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Rockies try to answer back. Ian Desmond will be the batter. That's the 6th double of the year for Ryan McMahon. Desmond hitting .209 on the year, a home run, 9 driven in. As Dinger, he's still here, and he's trying to get the crowd excited and encourage Ian Desmond to drive home the 2nd run of the game for the Rockies as they try to answer back. The White Sox put up that crooked 5-run number in the top of the 2nd. Pitch is going to miss inside, ball 1. 0 for 3 yesterday for Desmond. Been fighting it a little bit at the plate as of late. Giolito peeks towards second, delivers, and it's swung on and lifted in the air towards deep left field. That ball's way back, and that ball is gone. 2-run home run for Ian Desmond, his 2nd home run of the year. And it's a 5-3 ball game. Rockies answering right back. .418 feet on that blast by Desmond, 100.5 mile per hour exit velocity. And the Rockies are right back in this one. Laser beam off the bat of Desmond. And that's going to leave it up to Tony Wolters. He's 2 for his last 14 at the plate. That's a 143 average over his last 4 games. We mentioned, ever since returning from the injured list after that right lat strain, he has been struggling a bit at the plate after a really hot start to the year. First pitch from Giolito is taken for a strike of the knees. 5-3 White Sox now. Rockies scored at least a run in the first 2 innings of this ball game, so the offense may be feeling hitterish today. Ground ball towards third. Moncada up with the ball. Throws to first, and it's low and not dug out by Abreu. And that's going to allow Wolters to reach. We'll see how that one scored. It'll be an error on the third baseman, Moncada. And we'll see if Senzatella bats for himself or if the Rockies want to take a chance on getting some offense here after Senzatella gave up 5 in the 2nd inning, over 50 pitches now. I think they might want to see him go a little bit longer in this game just to save the bullpen. And Senzatella will bat. Looking for his first hit of the season. He might hope that he can go long enough in this game to get his first win of the year. Senzatella, bunt situation, lays one down towards the mound. Giolito goes to second for 1, back to first. And that is a double play to end this inning. But Ian Desmond, with a 2-run jack to left field, puts the Rockies a little bit closer. We're through 2 innings of play. 5-3 White Sox.
Leading off for the White Sox, the left fielder, Eloy Jimenez.
Hey! 0-1.
Eloy Jimenez, 0 for 1 in this ball game. It's an 0-2 count right now. Senzatella's pitch is taken low with a slider. That swung on and lifted in the air towards right field and deep. Blackmon towards the corner. That ball is going to drop, and it's fair. And Jimenez will cruise into second base, leading things off with a double here in the third inning. Senzatella not really fooling anyone right now. Third double of the day for Jimenez. And Jose Abreu will get another opportunity. Doubled his first time up. Now Jeff Hoffman has started to throw in the Rockies bullpen. That one's high, ball one. Abreu doubled and scored his first time up after Senzatella thought he got strike 3 on him, which was not called by the home plate umpire. Here's a 1-0, and that's going to be a strike. There's Hoffman warming in the Rockies bullpen, pitched a little over 2 innings in yesterday's ball game. Rockies would like to stay away from him, but he is the long reliever, and Senzatella struggling today. Good news is there's a day off tomorrow. Also was a day off on Monday. So some time to rest for the Rockies pitchers. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It would really be important for the Rockies to hold the White Sox off the board here in the third after they came back with a couple runs on the Ian Desmond homer in the bottom of the second. Offense looks like they are a bit hitterish today for the Rockies. Need to keep the White Sox off the board, and there's a swing and a miss. Senzatella picks up his 6th strikeout of the day, getting Abreu swinging there. Nomar Mazara will be the batter. 6 strikeouts, that's pretty good for Senzatella. Just those 5 runs on the board. Not so much. First pitch to Mazara is taken just a bit outside with a curveball. Mazara singled and scored his first time up, hitting .302 on the year, a .352 on base percentage, .490 slugging percentage for the former Ranger. Came over in a trade with Texas for Steele Walker this offseason. Senzatella looks towards second. Fires his 1-0 in there, and it's going to miss just a bit inside, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 13 for his last 26 at the plate is Mazara. That's a whopping .500 average over his last 8 games. It's going to miss high, 3 balls and no strikes. Yasmani Grandal is waiting on deck. Senzatella has just been fighting a little bit out there today, giving up a lot of hard contact, sometimes not hitting his location. He does have 6 strikeouts today, though. We'll take that, I suppose. That one's going to miss high and a 4-pitch walk to Mazara. Yasmani Grandal will be the batter with a couple White Sox on base and 1 out. Grandal yet to get a hit in this series, one of the few White Sox who can say that about. 0 for 6, struck out his first time up here. Was back just an inning ago in the second. White Sox sending quite a few men to the plate in that second inning in which they scored 5 runs. Senzatella looks towards second base and delivers. Pitch low and away with a curveball. 4 for 9 in his career off Senzatella is Grandal. He's faced him when he was a member of the Brewers, so Dodgers. The 1-0 is swung on and ripped towards right field. Blackmon's going to make the catch, and right in front of the track, that's out number 2. And a real hard hit ball there. That'll bring up Danny Mendick to a walk back in the second inning. Next pitch will be the 69th of the day for Antonio Senzatella. And first pitch, swing and a miss. Mendick has 42 hits. That ranks 3rd on the White Sox. Mentioned his .375 batting average, which is tops in the American League. Not bad for the number 8 hitter for the White Sox. The 0-1 is going to be low. Swung on and lifted in the air towards left field. Desmond camping under it. And he will put it away. And that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the third. Senzatella holds the White Sox off the board. Rockies will have their top of the order do up Story, Blackmon, Dahl. They're down 5-3. Trevor Story struck out his first time up. He leads things off here on the bottom of the third inning. Rockies have pushed across at least a run in the first 2 innings. Home runs for Charlie Blackmon and Ian Desmond. Rockies will try for more here. First pitch misses low to Trevor Story as they try to chip away at that lead for the White Sox. 12 runs batted in on the year for a Story that ranks third on the Rockies. Nolan Arenado in first place, also first place in the National League. 1-0 is swung on and missed. Story having a rough time timing up Lucas Giolito today. Look at that pitch count for Senzatella, which is over 70 now, just now hitting 30. It'll be Lucas Giolito, and that's going to miss outside of the curveball. 12-6 curveball from Giolito, and it's a hitter's count on Trevor Story. To his motion, the windup and the 2-1 is going to be inside, 3 balls and a strike. Charlie Blackmon homered his first time up, batting average up to .277. Waiting on deck now has 4 home runs, 11 runs driven in, does Charlie Blackmon. And that's swung on and skied towards right. It's going to hook foul and out of play. Full count now on Trevor Story. Giolito kicks and fires. That one's going to miss outside. Ball 4, leadoff base runner on for the Rockies, and the tying run will come to the plate in the form of Charlie Blackmon, who homered to get the scoring started back in the first inning. Blackmon .359 on base percentage, .485 slugging percentage now as his numbers get back to more Charlie Blackmon-like territory. And he takes first pitch curveball for a strike. Rockies offense trying to keep their scoring run going. It's 5-3 White Sox. Giolito's pitch is taken just a bit outside, 1-1. So Ron Gideon and Trevor Story were trying to time up Giolito to see if Story wanted to take off or not. Giolito gets the sign he likes, comes set, delivers a 1-1, and it's swung on and fouled out of play. One-two is swung on and pulled foul. So Story doing what you'd like to see your leadoff hitter do. Draw a walk to lead things off here in the bottom of the third. That pitch is going to miss inside, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Count evens at 2 on Charlie Blackmon. That swung on and ripped towards deep right center field, way back and gone. Absolute mammoth shot for Charlie Blackmon has tied this ball game at 5. His 5th home run of the year, 2nd today. Absolute towering blast. 461 feet, 106.7 mile per hour exit velocity. Blackmon has timed up Giolito. That breaking ball hung right over the plate. Third deck. My goodness. And now this game is tied at 5. David Dahl, the batter, 0 for 1 today. He takes first pitch fastball inside. Dahl struck out his first time up. And that swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dahl has scored 5 runs across his last 8 games played. That's going to miss low. Now a hitter's count on David Dahl. Still nobody out here in this bottom of the third inning. Rockies offense answering right back in this one. Now it's up to the pitching staff to keep the White Sox off the board. There's a swing and a miss at a curveball from Dahl. And swinging a ground ball shot back towards the mound. Grandal picks it up, fires to first. That's out number one. That'll bring up Nolan Arenado. Struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1, batting average now at .333 for Arenado, so he's actually been slumping a little bit at the plate, if Arenado does ever slump. First pitch here is swung on and chopped foul. Arenado spending his entire career with the Rockies, now 7th year. And for a time this offseason, it really looked like there might not be this 7th year with the Rockies for Arenado. There's a pitch in the dirt. I believe that graphic was incorrect, though. How many years has Arenado spent with these Rockies? Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes, down.
Well, yeah, this is his 8th year now. 1-2 is going to miss. Down and in, count evens at 2. And swung on and lifted in the air towards left field. On the run is Jimenez. He will run it down. Nolan hit it hard, but not hard enough. That's out number 2. Next pitch will be the 50th of the day for Lucas Giolito. Rockies finally making him work here in the third inning. He was just approaching 30 pitches to start this inning. Now he's up over 20 this inning. So look at that. Well hit ball by Arenado, but maybe just hit it too hard. Nestled into the glove of Eloy Jimenez. And that'll leave it up to Daniel Murphy. Rockies will at least tie this game here at 5 in the third. Murphy 0 for 1 today. 50th pitch of the day from Lucas Giolito is taken outside with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. You can see the shift is on. Second baseman Danny Mendick playing in the outfield grass in shallow right field, as that is where the data tells them Daniel Murphy is likely to hit the ball. Pitch outside. 24 pitches this inning now for Giolito. 12 have been strikes, 12 have missed the zone. Which really hasn't been a very good start for Giolito. We've talked about Marquez and the rough outing he's had. There's a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Two-one delivery is going to miss high. 3 balls and a strike. Ryan McMahon waiting on deck. Man doubled his first time up. Got his batting average up to .245 now. 3-1 coming to Murphy. Is swung on and skied towards left center field. On the run for this one is Leury Garcia, and he will make the catch. Needed all of his speed to do it. But Charlie Blackmon, it's worth watching this one again. An absolute titanic home run to the third deck. Ties this game at 5. We're through 3 innings at Coors Field. Antonio Senzatella back out for a 4th inning of work. Lucas Giolito, first batter he will face, takes pitch outside. Giolito had a 2-run single to get the scoring started in the White Sox half of the second inning. Could certainly do without him getting on base again. Pitch inside, 2-0 now. Senzatella kicks and deals his 2-0. That's in there for a strike, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Saw yesterday, too, White Sox starter Michael Kopech scored a couple of runs, had a double for his first major league hit, also had a walk. Now a 2-run single for Lucas Giolito today, and that has just been a struggle for the Rockies. Starting pitchers getting those opposing pitchers out. Swinging a ground ball hit towards second base. McMahon up with the ball. Throws to first for out number 1. 75 pitches now for Senzatella. He tries to give the Rockies a little bit of length. They would not like to use Jeff Hoffman. Here's Leury Garcia. What a series. 3 home runs, 1 for 2 in this game. Had a 3-run home run back in the second. At the time, it gave the White Sox a 5-1 lead. Rockies have answered right back. First pitch misses low with a changeup. So 6 runs batted in across his last 3 games. That's not to mention the 3 in addition today. Had a grand slam and a 2-run home run in yesterday's ball game, so now 9 RBI on the series. Not too bad for a 2-game series, I must say. 2-0 pitch coming, and that's going to miss high. 3-0 now. Yohan Moncada waiting on deck, and I don't think this is by design from Sensatella, but walking Leury Garcia might not seem like such a bad idea after how we've seen him hit home runs all over the field this series. Pitches a strike on the outside corner, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Might be Sensatella's last inning of work. If he gets a couple of quick outs here, he might be able to come out for a 5th, and especially if the Rockies were to put some more offense on the board in their half of the 4th inning. Comes a 3-1. It's going to miss low ball 4, and Garcia draws a walk.
The batter, the third baseman,
Yohan Moncada will be the batter. Bud Black is going to be out to make a pitching change now. Rough start for Antonio Sensatella. 5-game series, really, it's been rough starts all across the board, all 5 starters for the Rockies. Some better than others, but another Rocky outing for a starter with Antonio Sensatella's appearance today, and it will be Jeff Hoffman. 22 in the 3rd innings, 18 strikeouts, 9 walks, 320 average against lefties, 250 against righties. This is his 10th appearance of the year. He's 2-0. This is his 8th appearance as a reliever. Made a couple starts. 9th appearance as a reliever. Yohan Moncada, the batter, 1 for 2. He tripled back in the 2nd inning. Slugging .518 on the year is the talented third baseman on a White Sox team that has a lot of potential. Rockies have certainly seen that. Runner goes, swinging a flare towards left field. That ball is going to drop for a base hit. And having to hold up was Garcia, who was off with the pitch. Then when he saw that ball was hit, scrambled back, and then went up to second base again. So Desmond nearly had a play at second base there. A couple runners on for the White Sox now as they try to get on the top once again. 5-5 ball game. Tim Anderson, the batter, 0 for 2 in this one. He takes first pitch curveball for a strike on the outside corner. Anderson has struck out twice today. He's 0 for 2. 6 strikeouts for Marquez today. In terms of the K's, he's certainly been having a nice day. It is up to Jeff Hoffman to get him now. So 1 is swung on and grounded weakly in front of the mound. Wolters fires to first, and very wise play by Wolters to just get that sure out at first base. There's 2 outs now with 2 runners in scoring position. Eloy Jimenez will be the batter. 1 for 2, doubled back in the 3rd inning. 3 for 6 on the series, homered yesterday to deep right center field. Hoffman's pitch is taken just a bit low with a slider. Eloy Jimenez out of the Dominican Republic. White Sox plan on seeing him at man left field for years to come for them. Swinging a foul at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. This does not, I don't think this is going to be the year for the White Sox, so I wouldn't put it past them. But they are certainly putting themselves in position to have a fairly long reign of success. Swinging a foul out of play, 1-2 the count. Hoffman comes set. Looks towards Moncada at second base, delivers a 1-2, and it's swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We're tied at 5, and the Rockies will be trying to extend and get a lead for the 2nd time this game. Well, it'll be up to the bullpen for the Rockies from here on out as manager Bud Black and pitching coach Steve Foster talk things over. It's been a really rough series for all the starters for the Rockies. Antonio Sensatella struggling today. Ryan McMahon, double and a run scored in this one. His on-base percentage is at .339, OPS at .921. Well, aside from that batting average, McMahon has been having quite a season. First pitch here is going to be a strike. Lucas Giolito out. There's a pull shift on for McMahon. Danny Mendick The second baseman for the White Sox is playing onto the outfield grass in shallow right field. 0-1 pitch coming from Giolito is swung on and lifted in the air towards deep right field, way back, and that ball is gone. Rockies lead this game 6-5. Fourth home run on this homestand for Ryan McMahon, who's hitting home runs left and right. That's going to give him the home run lead on the team with 10. First Rocky to hit double digits this year. 408 feet off the bat, 97.1 mile per hour exit velocity. McMahon has certainly found his power stroke this year. The Rockies now hit their fourth home run of the day. 2 for Charlie Blackmon. Ian Desmond hit one earlier. Now Ryan McMahon, first pitch to Desmond here is taken for a strike. Rockies figuring things out off Lucas Giolito. And the 0-1 is swung on and pulled into left field, a base hit. Hard hit ball by Desmond once again. That'll bring up Tony Wolters, catcher for the Rockies. Oh for 1 in this ball game is Wolters. First pitch here is taken for a strike on the outside corner with a slider. Wolters reached on an error his first time up by the third baseman Moncada. It was just a ball that wasn't handled by the first baseman Abreu. The call went in favor of giving the error to the third baseman Moncada. Pitch misses outside. Wolters went 1 for 3 with the base hit in yesterday's ball game. Giolito struggling in this one. It was 5-1 White Sox. Rockies have answered right back. Pitch down and in. Hitters count now on Tony Wolters. And the 2-1 swung on and fouled out of play. Count evens at 2. And high, full count now, 94 mile an hour fastball misses. Good to see the Rockies offense showing out today, and that's right in there for a strike. And strike 3 called on Wolters. That's out number 1 here in the 4th inning. 4th strikeout of the day for Giolito, and that'll leave it up to Jeff Hoffman. Looking for his first hit of the year, has drawn a walk. Hoffman was utilized in the last couple seasons really as a pinch runner at times. Very athletic. Starting pitcher lays down a bunt toward the first baseman. Abreu fires to second for 1 back to first. And that is the second time today the Rockies starting pitcher has grounded into a double play on a bunt attempt. But Ryan McMahon, with his 10th home run of the year, gives the Rockies a 6-5 lead. We're through 4 innings. Rockies offense has answered the call. Now it's up to Jeff Hoffman to pitch another scoreless inning.
Leading off for the White Sox, the first baseman, Jose Abreu.
Jose Abreu doubled and scored back in the 2nd inning. He leads off the 5th. Jeff Hoffman back out there. We have some action now in the Rockies bullpen. It's Jairo Diaz and Jake McGee. There's a swing and a high fly ball towards center field. Dahl on the run. And he will get there to make the catch in front of the track for out number 1. Look at the final line in Senzatella today. It could have been worse. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. That was good. 80 pitches thrown overall. Not in line to win this ball game. Did not pitch enough innings to qualify. Rockies did get some offense for him and gave him a 6-1 lead now. Nomar Mazara singled and scored earlier in this one. Also has a walk in this ball game. First pitch is strike on the outside corner, 95 mile an hour fastball. 5 doubles in his last 8 games for Mazara. Also 8 runs batted in over that span. He is hitting very well right now. As we've seen the entire White Sox offense is. There's a pitch inside. Curveball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hoffman's next pitch is a fastball. It's going to miss high and away. Hitters count now on Nomar Mazara, the right fielder for the White Sox. Hoffman's 2-1. is going to be a strike at the knees. And that one's low. Full count now, Yasmani Grandal, who has not had as much success as the rest of the White Sox batting order. He's waiting on deck. This 3-2 from Hoffman is swung on and lined towards right field. Right there to make the catch is Charlie Blackmon for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Yasmani.
And Yasmani Grandal, 0 for 5 yesterday, 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a lineout. He is the last hook for the White Sox here in the 5th. 289, 5 home runs on the year for the catcher who signed the largest contract in White Sox history this offseason. First pitch, check swing, and he went too far to strike. Grandal had good numbers against Antonio Senzatella, not so much against Hoffman, 1 for 8 against him. Switch hitter, Grandal, batting lefty against the righties. Pitch is high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hoffman kicks and deals. That's swung on and missed for strike 2.
1 and 2.
And swinging a ground ball, hits towards shortstop. It's a long throw for Story, but he's got the catcher running. Now he'll retire the side. 6-5 Rockies. Let's see if the Rockies can achieve tacos with, again, the top of the order due up in the bottom of the 5th. 6-5 Colorado. Trevor Story leads things off here at the bottom of the 5th. 0 for 1 did draw a walk and scored on the game-tying home run off the bat of Charlie Blackmon earlier. First pitch here is going to miss low with a slider. Lucas Giolito out for his 5th inning of work. Trevor Story still trying to work some of those numbers up to the same type of player we saw win the Silver Slugger Award for shortstops last season. 1-0 from Giolito is swung on and grounded up the middle, ranging over there. And that's the second baseman, Mendick, over towards the shortstop position, making the throw for out number 1. Had a big pull shift on for the righty Story. And Charlie Blackmon will be the batter. Already 2 home runs today. Quite a day for him. Slugging percentage up to .520 now. Average up to .284. On base up to .364. All by himself in one day. Blackmon raising all those slash line numbers. First pitch here is going to miss down and in. Giolito. Well, now Blackman's 3 for 5 with 2 home runs in his career against him after this excellent day so far. 69th pitch of the day for Giolito is swung on and missed. Only in the 5th inning, already 2 home runs today for Charlie Blackmon. And a 1-1 delivery is going to miss in the dirt. Hitters count now on Charlie Blackmon, and he has certainly enjoyed hitting today against Lucas Giolito. There's the 2-1, and that's going to be inside. 3 balls and a strike. David Dahl waiting on deck. Would certainly not blame Giolito if he wanted to give Blackmon a free pass here, given how he has hit him today. 3-1 is swung on and missed. Full counts. And a 3-2 is swung on and lifted in the air to right field. Did he do it again? He did. 3rd home run of the day for Charlie Blackmon. We got tacos. 6th home run of the year for Charlie Blackmon. Oh my goodness. Lucas Giolito cannot get him out. And a trifecta for Blackmon. 427 feet, 106.7 mile per hour exit velocity. Tacos. Wow. And they all had very little doubt. That's going to chase Lucas Giolito from this ballgame. Gives up 7 runs. Jace Fry will be the new pitcher. His 8th game of the year. 1.93 ERA in 4 2/3 innings. 6 strikeouts against 6 walks, I should say, against 4 strikeouts. So that's never good. But that ERA indicates it has not hurt him. David Dahl will be the batter. 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Jimmy Cordero also up in the White Sox bullpen in case Fry runs into trouble. Rockies offense coming alive in a big way today. All thanks mostly to Charlie Blackmon. 5 home runs on the day now for the Rockies. 3 for Blackmon, 1 for McMahon, 1 for Desmond. David Dahl 0 for 2. Took first pitch strike, lefty on lefty matchup. Dahl hits lefty as well, though. 0-1. Is taken just a little bit low with a cut fastball. There's Cordero up in the White Sox bullpen. Chuck Nasty. Well, if someone else gets our player of the game honors, then someone else is going to really have to do something special. 1-1 pitch to Dahl is swung on and fouled out of play. Winning is fun. Winning is fun. And the Rockies have not done it so far in this series, but now they've got a 7-5 lead here in the 5th. Pitch low and away, count evens at 2. And swing and a miss, he got him on strikes. Rough day at the dish for Dahl. With the final line on Lucas Giolito. 7 runs, all earned, on 7 hits across 4 and a third innings pitched. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 73 pitches. Gave up 5 home runs, 3 to Blackmon, 1 to McMahon, 1 to Desmond, as we mentioned. Kelvin Herrera now joining Cordero in the White Sox bullpen. Nolan Arenado will bat 0 for 2, strikeout and a lineup for him. Going to get his first hit of the day, join in on the fun. First pitch is taken for a strike on the inside corner. Arenado, 9 home runs now, is second on the Rockies. Ryan McMahon overtaking him. There's a swing and a ground ball up the middle into center field, a base hit. Nolan Arenado keeps the line moving with 2 outs here in the 5th. And that'll bring up Daniel Murphy. Arenado really enjoys hitting against southpaws. Daniel Murphy, mentioned last year, had reverse splits. 0 for 2 with a couple flyouts. So he's struggling a little bit at the plate right now. Batting average is dropped to .283, on base percentage down to .337. Murphy trying to catch some fire once again. First pitch is swung on and diving stop by Abreu. Knocks it down, picks up, throws, and gets Murphy. Charlie Blackmon, what more can you say? Chuck Nasty, 3 home runs today. We're through 5, 7-5 Rockies. We talk about a momentum shift. It was 5-1 White Sox in the second. Now it's 7-5 Rockies. Just 5 home runs off of the bats of the Rockies. 3 of them from Charlie Blackmon. Danny Mendick still hitting .375 on the year, still good for first place in the American League. It's going to miss low and in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that swung on and lifted in the air towards left center field and deep. And that ball is going to hop off the wall. And that's going to end up being a triple for Danny Mendick. Will increase that .375 batting average. That's his first triple of the year. Let me check to see if that's his first triple of his career. Remember, he has a September call-up last year for the White Sox. First major league triple for him. We're going to have a pinch hitter now. It's James McCann, the backup catcher. 7-5 Rockies. Runner on third, nobody out for McCann, who swings at the first pitch, comes up empty. Hoffman looks over towards third base, delivers, and it's swung on and lifted in the air towards left field. Desmond's going back on this one. It's deep and it's off the wall. That will get a run home. Pinch hit RBI double for James McCann. Makes this a 7-6 ball game. First double of the year for McCann. Mendick scoring ahead of him, and the White Sox offense, well, we would have been foolish to think that they would just stop hitting just because the Rockies got the lead. Larry Garcia will bat. He's had quite a series, 1 for 2, lines one right to the shortstop, Trevor Story. That's about the only way you're going to get Garcia out, is have him line it right at somebody. That's out number 1. Still McCann in scoring position with 1 out. Yohan Moncada has had a good day, 2 for 3, triple and a single, 319 average, 369 on base percentage. Haven't had one of these real high scoring affair games for both teams yet. There's a swing and a chop foul. Moncada hitting .345 on the year with runners in a scoring position. In this final game, the Rockies and White Sox will both play here in the month of April. Off day tomorrow. The 0-1 from Hoffman here is taken low. And that swung on and pulled foul. 1-2 the count. A swing and a pop-up, third base side. Going out is the shortstop, Story. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And that will leave it up to Tim Anderson. 0 for 3 today. Rockies have handled him, only 1 for 7 in the series. Rockies clinging to that 7-6 lead here in the 6th. First pitch is just a little bit low. 2 for 5 is Anderson in his career against Hoffman. The 1-0 is inside, 2-0. And high, 3 balls, no strikes now. Eloy Jimenez waiting on deck. Hoffman's 3-0 is swung on and lifted in the air. The shortstop, Story, coming in. Poor decision to swing at that 3-0, and that will retire the side. Hoffman works out of trouble. James McCann with a pinch hit RBI double gets the White Sox a run closer. It's 7-6 Rockies going to the bottom of the 6th. Jimmy Cordero will be the new pitcher for the White Sox. 11 strikeouts, 7 walks, a .346 ERA in 13 innings. This is his 14th game. .318 average against righties, also .320 against lefties. Ryan McMahon will lead things off here. Home run, double RBI for him. .253 average, .345 on base percentage. Ryan McMahon having himself one heck of a series. 4 home runs in the homestand now. 3 against the Brewers, now 1 against the White Sox. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. Man was the second-round pick back in the 2013 draft by the Rockies. And that swung on and popped foul and out of play. Cordero kicks and deals his 0-2 to McMahon, and it's going to miss outside. 98-mile-per-hour sinker. Don't see many sinking fastballs touch 98, but Cordero's does. 1-2 coming to McMahon is swung on and missed. Flailing across the plate is McMahon. That's out number 1. And that'll bring up Ian Desmond. He's had a good day at the plate, 2 for 2. It's the home run he hit back in the second inning to make it a 5-3 White Sox lead. Rockies have since taken the lead against the Pale Hose. Cordero into his windup. The pitch is going to miss inside. 99-mile-an-hour fastball to Desmond, sitting on now 182 career home runs. As parts of 11 seasons with the Nationals, Rangers, and Rockies. 4th year of his 5-year deal with the Rockies. There's a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. 100-mile-per-hour sinker from Jimmy Cordero. You saw Kopech frequently touching triple digits in yesterday's ball game, the starter for the White Sox. It was the pitch to Desmond. It swung on and chopped foul. Over towards the on-deck circle, Tony Wolters having to get out of the way of that one. And check swing, Desmond went too far. That's out number 2. A couple strikeouts for Jimmy Cordero. Rockies could use all the more runs they could get. We've seen how this White Sox offense is certainly capable of coming back. 0 for 2 in this game for Wolters, strikeout and reached on an error by the third baseman Moncada. Cordero kicks and fires, swinging a pop-up third base side. Moncada camping under this one. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. We're through 6 innings. 7-6, Rockies clinging to the lead. It's a good inning for Jimmy Cordero. Seventh inning, double switch time for Rockies manager Bud Black. First, we'll look at the new pitcher, then we'll talk about the defensive replacement. It's Jairo Diaz, 11 1/3 innings pitched. 11 strikeouts, 9 walks. Walks are really creeping up for him, 370 average against lefties. 15th game of the year, 2-1 record, 6 holds. He'll be trying to hold this lead. Chris Owings is now into the ball game. Jairo Diaz, a bit of a struggle as of late. First pitch, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, swing and a miss. Tyler Kinley and Jake McGee both warming up in the bullpen for the Rockies. Diaz will try to get through a 7th inning of work here. First pitch, he's going to miss low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, really rough times against the Brewers for Diaz. After a really solid start to the year. There's a pitch down and in. Hitters count now on Eloy Jimenez, 1 for 3 on the day. And that's swung on and missed for strike 2. Diaz delivers a 2-2 pitch, and it's swung on and lined over McMahon into right center field. That ball is going to get down and go to the wall. That'll be a leadoff double here in the 7th inning for Eloy Jimenez, his 4th double of the year. And now, tying run is in scoring position. Go-ahead run comes to the plate for the White Sox here in the 7th. High-scoring affair here on a Wednesday afternoon at Coors Field. First pitch to Jose Abreu is going to miss low. Abreu 1 for 3, doubled and scored earlier in this one. 271 with a 326 on base, 441 slugging percentage for the long-time, and it seems like all-time, White Sox. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. Good slider that time from Diaz. Abreu only hitting .212 with runners in scoring position on the year. Diaz comes set, delivers a 1-1 pitch, and it's swung on and missed for strike 2. Might as well throw another slider. Abreu can't seem to do anything with it against Diaz. This one, too, is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1. And that'll bring up Nomar Mazara. Mazara 1 for 2 in this ball game, also with a walk. First pitch misses high and away with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Single and a run scored in this game for Mazara. 299, 355, 485 slash. The 1-0 from Diaz is taken for a strike. Mazara only batting .172 with runners in scoring position on the year. think everyone on the White Sox was batting at least 500 with how well they've hit this series. There's a pitch high, 99-mile-an-hour two-seam fastball. Hitters count now on Nomar Mazara. Jairo Diaz tries to figure things out here in the 7th. Runner in scoring position, pitches a strike, and the count evens at 2. And strike 3 called. He got him on strikes. That's out number 2. Couple of big strikeouts for Jairo Diaz here in the 7th. That time a 90-mile-an-hour slider. And that will leave it up now to Yasmani Grandal. 0 for 3, 0 for 8 in the series. One of the few White Sox to be held hitless in this series. Can't even say that for the 2 starting pitchers, Michael Kopech and Lucas Giolito, who both got hits. And it does, yeah, every single White Sox who has started a game has gotten a hit, including the starting pitchers. Not Yasmani Grandal, though. First pitch, 99-mile-an-hour fastball, misses high. The unfortunate thing is that means Grandal is just about due. 1-0 is swung on and ripped foul. 1-1 from Diaz, swung on and fouled the other way. Diaz just a strike away from getting out of trouble here after that leadoff double. Diaz comes set, looks towards second base, fires it in there, and it's up and in with a slider. Count evens at 2. Two-two pitch. Swung on and popped foul and over the screen. We'll do it one more time. 7-6 Rockies on the strength of 5 home runs. The 2-2 is low, full count now with Danny Mendick waiting on deck, who's got his batting average up to 377. Already was leading the league, the American League, in terms of batting average coming in. Not leading all of baseball. David Peralta is up over 400 still for the Diamondbacks. 3-2 pitch from Diaz is swung on and lifted in the air towards deep right field. Way back and gone. And the White Sox take an 8-7 lead. You knew it was about time for Yasmani Grandal to break out. His 6th home run of the season. Absolute shot. And 8-7 White Sox lead, 475 feet, 115.4 mile per hour exit velocity for Yasmani Grandal. Diaz knew it. Grandal knew it. And the crowd is quieted once again as the White Sox have now taken the lead. We're going to have a pitching change. Carlos Estevez will try to get the final out of this inning, 20th game of the year for him. 18 innings, 4.50 ERA, 24 strikeouts, 5 walks. Has looked a little bit better as of late after really giving up a lot of hits to righties. 478 batting average against them, as you can see. Only 111 versus lefties. Estevez tasked with getting Danny Mendick to cap off this 7th inning, send this game to the 7th inning stretch where Corey Shembry will sing for us, and then the Rockies will try to answer back in the bottom of the 7th. 100 mile per hour fastball from Estevez is a strike. 1 for 2 in this game is Mendick with a triple, 2 runs scored, also has a walk. His on-base percentage of .423 to go along with that .377 batting average, which leads the AL. 0-1 pitch from Estevez is taken high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Estevez gets the sign he likes, delivers a 1-1. It's swung on and lined towards center field. Coming on is Dahl. He'll make the catch, and that'll retire the side. 7th inning stretch time. Yasmani Grandal has given the White Sox an 8-7 lead with a 2-run home run.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Chris Owings came in on a double switch to replace Ian Desmond. He's now batting ninth, and he'll lead things off here in the bottom of the seventh. 160 on the year, 344 on base percentage. That OBP is solid. Rockies once again playing from behind. Jimmy Cordero out for another inning of work. First pitch to Owings is swung on and chopped foul at the plate. Lots of offense for both sides today. Rockies have hit 5 home runs, 3 from Blackmon, 1 from McMahon, 1 from Desmond. This pitch to Owings is taken low. Now the Rockies will try to do it again. Aaron Bummer, the lefty, Alex Colomé, the righty, warming up in the White Sox bullpen. Colomé getting a lot of the closing duties for the White Sox these days. Aaron Bummer just signed an extension this offseason to remain with the White Sox. This 1-1 to Owings is taken inside. Now it's a hitter's count on Chris Owings. Bud Black has liked to use him in the last few innings of games to give Ian Desmond a breather. 2-1 is swung on and fouled back to the screen. 2-2 now on Owings. Cordero gets ready to deliver his 2-2, and it's swung on and pulled foul. And swung on and lifted towards the gap in left center field. That ball is going to get down and bounce off the wall. Owings around second. He's on his way to third. And that's a triple for Chris Owings, leading off in the bottom of the seventh on his first at bat of the day. First triple is a Rocky for Chris Owings. And the top of the order is due up. Runner on third, nobody out. That's the tying run for the Rockies. Trevor Story will be the batter. And then Charlie Blackmon, who's already sitting on 3 homers today. Trevor Story, 0 for 2, does have a walk. First pitch from Cordero is taken, 99-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. Walk and a run scored for Story in this game. 217 average, 323 OBP, 396 slugging on the year. Still trying to get things going as Story. Bud Black moving him up to the leadoff spot to see if that will help him. And he swings and misses. It's quickly 0-2 on Story. (0-2) from Cordero is swung on and missed. He gets Story on 3 pitches for the first out. And the batter will be Charlie Blackmon. 3 home runs in the game today. A 4th would give the Rockies a lead, and we're going to have a pitching change. Rick Renteria will make it a double switch. New pitcher is going to be Kelvin Herrera, setup man for the White Sox. 8th game of the year, 5.40 ERA, 5 innings, 5 strikeouts, no walks.
Now catching and batting 9, number 38, Zach Collins.
First pitch to Blackmon will miss low. And Zach Collins, they have 3 catchers do the White Sox. He's going to take over behind the plate. James McCann was already used as a pinch hitter. Herrera's 1-0 to Blackmon is swung on and missed. Calvin Herrera, formerly with the Kansas City Royals, now crossing over to an AL Central foe. The White Sox 1-1 pitch to Blackmon is taken low. Hitters count now for Charlie Blackmon. Incoming set as Herrera delivers. And it's outside, 3 balls and a strike. David Dahl waiting on deck. This 3-1 is swung on and lined into center field. A base hit. Owings will score. This game is tied at 8. 4th hit of the game for Blackmon. Wasn't a 4th home run, but it did the job to get this game tied up. And that will bring up David Dahl now. Dahl 0 for 3. See, his numbers are dropping. 231, 297, 350 slash, I should say. It's Calvin Herrera. Could use a double play here. Rockies could use a hit to keep the line moving. First pitch to Dahl is taken for a strike with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. What a day for Charlie Blackmon, though. 3 home runs, then an RBI single to tie the game here in the bottom of the 7th. Lots of clutch hits for him. 0-1 to Dahl is taken high. Big leadoff triple here in the bottom of the 7th for Chris Owings. 1-1 is swung on and pulled foul. Well, if you're a fan of pitchers' duels, you've come to the wrong place. 1-2 coming to Dahl. And that's going to miss low and away. The 2-2 is taken high, full count. Calvin Herrera out of Tenares in the Dominican Republic. Also was with the Nationals for a brief time in 2018. Won the World Series with the Royals in 2015. Was also an All-Star that season, also an All-Star in 2016. 3-2 to Dahl is swung on and pulled towards the second baseman. Mendick goes to second for one, back to first, and double play. And that's going to do it for the Rockies. Charlie Blackmon is able to tie the game. We're through 7, tied at 8. Jake McGee, 8-8, 8th inning. He'll try to keep this game right where it is. He's had a good year, 13 2/3 innings, 1.32 ERA, 12 strikeouts, 6 walks. And the first batter he will face is Zach Collins, getting his first plate appearance of the ballgame. James Pazos warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Pitched a few innings yesterday. Collins hitting .286 on the year, 643 OPS in a small sample. Lefty-on-lefty matchup. Came in on that double switch, did Collins. Batting in the 9th spot now. First pitch here is taken for a strike at the knees with a slider. There's Pazos, another lefty up in the Rockies bullpen. Well, 3-2, Astros lead the Diamondbacks. We'll check some scores. George Springer hit his 5th home run of the year for Houston. 3 more hits for David Peralta, already leading the National League in batting average. There's a fly ball towards left field. Going back on this one is Owings. He'll get there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Crazy 8s here at Coors Field. Final score, Reds beat the Braves 4-3. Pedro Strop gets his first win in relief as a Red. Will Smith gets his first loss. Nick Markakis hit his 6th home run of the year for Atlanta in the losing cause. Leary Garcia 1 for 3 on the day. Cubs lead the Pirates 2-1 in the 8th at this time. Adam Frazier has a home run. Line drive towards right field. Blackmon camping under. He'll make the catch for out number 2. A couple quick outs here for Jake McGee in the 8th. Game in the 8th is tied at 1 between the Phillies and Giants. A much lower scoring affair in San Francisco. Juan Moncada, 2 for 4 triple and a single today. He will bat. Mets and Miami Marlins play this evening. It's going to be Rick Porcello versus Jose Urena. Nationals and Phillies play this evening as well. We're going to have Anibal Sanchez versus Chase Anderson. 28,000 in attendance here at Coors Field today. 6-2 Cleveland to beat the Rays. That's a final now. Carlos Carrasco now improves to 4-0 on the year. Charlie Morton 4-2 with a loss. Carlos Santana hit his 7th home run of the year for Cleveland. 1-1 pitch from McGee is swung on and grounded towards third base. Arenado up with the ball. A nice, easy 6-pitch, 3-up, 3-down inning for Jake McGee. Rockies go to the bottom of the 8th, and it's Nolan Arenado who's going to lead things off. Tie ball game. New pitcher for the White Sox will be Aaron Bummer. You can see 7 innings, 6.43 ERA, 4 strikeouts, no walks. A bit of a bummer against left-handed batters, 4.67 ERA batting average, only 0.83 against righties. Pretty crazy reverse splits for Bummer there. Nolan Arenado, he likes to hit lefties. I don't care if that says no 83 batting average. 1 for 3 base hit in the 5th inning for Arenado. It's an 8-8 ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. It's been a high-scoring affair at Coors Field today. First pitch from Bummer to Arenado is a strike on the inside corner. 4 hits and 3 home runs for Charlie Blackmon today has certainly been pacing the Rockies' offense. Also home runs from Desmond and McMahon. 0-1 to Arenado is swung on and missed. He's quickly down 0-2. Twins and Dodgers play later this evening. Jose Barrios against Alex Wood. That pitch misses just a bit outside. Arenado might have got the benefit of that call. It's 1-2 now. And swinging a ground ball hit up the middle into center field, a base hit. Go ahead run on base now for the Rockies. Nolan Arenado leading off the bottom of the 8th with a single. And Daniel Murphy will be the batter. He's been fighting it a little bit at the plate as of late. Oh for 3 in this one. Lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch from Bummer is just a bit inside. 281 with a 336 on base percentage, 766 OPS on the year for Daniel Murphy. That's going to miss outside, 2-0. This 2-0 is going to miss a low. 3 balls and no strikes. Ryan McMahon waiting on deck. He's had a couple extra base hits in this ball game. The 3-0 is a strike. 11th inning right now. Rangers lead the A's 3-2. Jordan Lyles went 6 scoreless innings, struck out 8 batters. Murphy takes the pitch high, ball 4. He walked him, a couple runners on, and the go-ahead run is now in scoring position for the Rockies with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Ryan McMahon, the batter, 2 for 3 in this ball game. Double home run combination for him. First pitch is taken low. What a homestand it has been for Ryan McMahon. 4 home runs, 1 of those coming today. 3 in that series against the Brewers. Here's the 5th game. Ryan McMahon has done well against lefties. Swinging a foul out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike. All of his home runs in the series against Milwaukee came against lefties. 2 of them against Josh Hader. 1-1 from Bummer is taken inside. 2-1. Hitters count now on Ryan McMahon. Nobody out. 2 runners on. The go-ahead run in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And swinging a foul out of play. Back over the screen. We'll do it one more time. Bummer's 2-2 is swung on and ripped towards the gap in left center field. That ball is going to hop off the wall. Arenado will score. Murphy's going to be waved around third. And he will score. 2-run double for Ryan McMahon. Rockies take a 10-8 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. 7th double of the year for Ryan McMahon. 2 doubles and a homer for him today. What a homestand for Ryan McMahon. And we're going to have a pitching change. Alex Colomé will come in for the White Sox. 2 2/3 innings pitched, not a whole lot of opportunities for him. 2 strikeouts and a walk. 5th game of the year. He's blown 1 save, so not really being utilized in that position anymore. We're going to have a pinch hitter. Elias Diaz will come out. Backup catcher for the Rockies. 10-8 ball game, still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Rockies have a runner on second base, Ryan McMahon, whose 2-run double has given them the lead. First pitch strike to Diaz. Diaz really likes hitting lefties. Likely see Diaz make a start in that series against the Phillies when Kyle Freeland was going to pitch. Diaz swings and misses for strike 2. Diaz, Freeland's personal catcher. And this pitch is swung on and chopped foul. Hampson, Tapia, Hilliard still on the bench for the Rockies. They lead this game 10-8. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch to Diaz is swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. Right there to make the catch is Garcia. McMahon stays put. That's out number 1. That'll bring up Tony Wolters, 0 for 3 in this game. Steve Cishek warming up in the bullpen for the White Sox. Popped out in the 6th inning. That was what happened the last time Wolters came to the plate. 200 of the 254 OBP on the year, 509 OPS. Fighting it a little as of late at the plate. First pitch here is taken low and away. Cishek, signed with the White Sox this offseason, coming over from the other side of town. Pitched for the Cubs last year. Colomé comes set. Looks towards second base. Delivers the pitch to Wolters. And it's in there for a strike. Rockies would move back to a game above the 500 mark with a win today. Chris Owings is waiting on deck. He got things started in the 7th with a leadoff triple. Come around to score the tying run. And an RBI single from Charlie Blackmon. Wolters swings and pulls one foul towards the camera well. The 1-2. Swing and a chop foul. Wolters just gets a piece. Looks like we'll see Scott Oberg come in to pitch the 9th. He hasn't pitched at all this homestand. Hasn't gotten any save opportunities. The 1-2 from Colomé to Wolters is taken low with a cut fastball. Two from Colomé is swung on and chopped towards short. Up with the ball as Anderson throws to first. That's out number 2. McMahon over at third base now. 2 outs. Chris Owings will be the batter. Already had a triple. His first plate appearance of this ball game. 5 for 26 on the season now is Owings. Not a huge sample. 192 batting average. Also has drawn quite a few walks, so his on-base percentage is in pretty good shape. Colomé looks towards third. His first pitch to Owings is going to miss outside. 1-0 from Colomé is swung on and grounded weakly towards second base. Mendick up with the ball, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. 10-8 Rockies after 8. Scott Oberg will try to get through Tim Anderson, Eloy Jimenez, and Jose Abreu in the 9th.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your attention, please.
Scott Oberg has converted 5 of 5 save opportunities, 10 and 2/3 innings, 12 strikeouts, 8 walks. Walks are high, but you can see hardly any hits. Batting average below the 100 mark for all batters against Oberg. So the walks have not hurt him yet. Hopefully he'll figure those out. 0 for 4 in the day is Tim Anderson. It's not been easy to come by scoreless innings for any Rockies pitchers. Swing and a miss to Tim Anderson in this homestand at all. Rockies trying to salvage a game after getting swept by the Brewers, losing the first game to the White Sox big. The 0-1 is going to miss low. Oberg has not given up any runs this year, has smoothly converted all of his save opportunities. 5 in 5 chances. The 1-1 to Anderson is way outside. Hitters count now for Tim Anderson. Rockies clinging to a 2-run lead, trying to head on their road trip, salvaging one game on this homestand. 4 and 8 at home, 10 and 6 on the road so far this year are the Rockies. Oberg to his motion windup, and the 2-1 is going to miss low and away. 3 balls into strike. Eloy Jimenez waiting on deck. The 3-1 is inside. Ball 4, he walked him. Tying run will come to the plate in Eloy Jimenez. Nobody out here in the 9th. Leadoff walk for Oberg, who continues to struggle with those walks early this year. They have not come around to hurt him yet. Jimenez 2 for 4, 2 doubles and a run scored on the day, homered in yesterday's ball game. Oberg's first pitch is just a bit outside with a slider. Not sure where that one missed. Oberg comes set, looks over his shoulder, delivers a 1-0 to Jimenez, and it's inside, 2-0. .2-0 pitch from Oberg is in there for a strike, 2-1 the count. Bud Black happy to see a strike in there from Oberg. There's not been very many easy wins for the Rockies at all this year. They have been tooth and nail fighting. There's a strike, count evens at 2 on Jimenez. So Nick Capra laying down the signs at third base for the White Sox, their third base coach. 2-2 pitch to Jimenez is swung on and lifted towards right center field on a long run as Dolly's not going to be able to get it. And into third base and being held up there is Tim Anderson. Double for Eloy Jimenez, and the go-ahead run will step to the plate now for the White Sox. Tying run on base, nobody out, runners on the corners, and Adam Engel is going to pinch run for Jimenez at first base. Jose Abreu the batter, runners on the corners, nobody out. First pitch from Oberg is taken high. It's the biggest trouble that Oberg has found himself in this season so far. Boy, has this been a homestand. Throw over to first to drive back Engel. 10-8 Rockies. They've had home runs from Ian Desmond, Ryan McMahon, and 3 from Charlie Blackmon today. Oberg kicks and deals. That one's inside, 2-0. Abreu 206 with runners in scoring position on the year. Runners on the corners, nobody out for the White Sox. They trail it by a couple runs here in the ninth. That one's going to miss outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Nomar Mazara waiting on deck. Rockies have climbed all the way back to take the lead in this ball game. Would hate to see it go away here in the ninth. Oberg has converted all of his opportunities to save games this year. Pitch inside, ball 4. He walked him. Bases loaded, nobody out for the White Sox. Nomar Mazara will be the batter now. 10-8 Rockies. Single and a run scored in this one for Mazara. First pitch from Oberg is taken low with a changeup. 167 average with runners in scoring position on the year for Mazara. One 1-0 pitch coming from Oberg is swung on and grounded weakly towards second base. McMahon goes to second for one, back to first, not in time. An out will be achieved. A run will score. It's 10-9 Rockies. 1 out now, and Edwin Encarnacion is going to pinch hit. He homered in yesterday's ball game. And Luis Roberts, rookie for the White Sox, will pinch run at first base, number 88. Encarnacion is slow enough to be a double play candidate. 283 average on the year. First pitch, swing and a miss at a slider. It's the first run that has crossed the dish against Oberg this year. He'll try to make that the only one. Still in line to save this ballgame. 0-1 pitch is taken just a bit low with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Double play would end this ball game, give the Rockies a win. A hit would tie it at least. A sac fly would also tie it. 1-1 pitch is going to be low. Hitters count now on Edwin Encarnacion. That slider missed. And a 2-1 now from Oberg is way inside. 3 balls and a strike. Danny Mendick, leading the American League in batting average, is waiting on deck. Oberg just gets himself into some trouble with these walks. The 3-1 coming to Encarnacion is low, ball 4. He walked him, bases reloaded with 1 out now. Tying run on third base. Danny Mendick, the batter. Encarnacion works the pinch hit walk. 1 for 3, triple walk, 2 runs scored for Danny Mendick today. Bases loaded, 1 out for Scott Oberg from the stretch. First pitch. Oberg gets ready to deliver an 0-1. It's swung on and diving stop up by McMahon. He'll try to get 1 out, and he cannot. This game is tied at 10. Bases still loaded with 1 out. It'll be the first save Oberg has not been able to convert this year, and James Pazos will come in trying to keep this game tied at 10 here in the ninth. 16 in the third innings pitched, 5.51 ERA, 15 strikeouts, 8 walks on the year for Pazos, 286 against lefties, 278 against righties. This is his 17th game. And Zach Collins, the catcher, will get his second plate appearance of the ball game. First pitch from Pazos is taken low with a slider. 0 for 1, flied out his first time up. 4 for 15 on the year, makes a 267 batting average in a small sample for Collins. Lefty on lefty matchup. Pazos delivers a strike on the outside corner. Might have got the benefit of the doubt there. Let's set the situation. Luis Robert on third base. Edwin Encarnacion on second. Danny Mendick on first base. 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Bases still loaded for the White Sox. This game is tied at 10. The 1-1 is in there for a strike with a slider. Pazos delivers a swing and a foul out of play. Robert pinch ran, he's on third. Encarnacion pinch hit walk, he's on second. Pitch inside, count evens at 2. Mendick with an infield single, line drive off the glove of Daniel Murphy. And he's on first. 2-2 pitch is swung on and grounded weakly towards first base. Murphy goes to second for one, back to first, and not in time. White Sox take an 11-8 lead, and there are 2 outs, runners on the corners. Leury Garcia has had one heck of a series. He will bat. Homer today, a 3-run home run back in the second inning. At the time, it made it 5-1 White Sox. Rockies climbed back. Eventually, they had a 10-8 lead going into this 9th inning. White Sox have scored some more. They're up 11-10. Pazos delivers his first pitch to Garcia. That's in there inside with a slider. Garcia hitting .414 with runners in scoring position. Yesterday had a grand slam and a 2-run shot. 3-run home run in this ball game. What a series it's been for Leury Garcia. Charlie Blackmon has 3 home runs today for the Rockies. You'd hate to see that go to waste. Pitch misses low, 2-0 now on Garcia. Scott Oberg was not able to convert the save today for the first time this year. 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Rockies will bat now with... They're trailing in this ball game, 11-10. They'll go to the bottom of the 9th. That pitch is going to miss high, 3 balls and a strike. Yohan Moncada waiting on deck. This game approaching the 2-hour mark. 3-1 from Pazos is swung on and lined into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Another one will score Roberts. And it's a 12-10 ball game. White Sox lead it even more. RBI single for Leury Garcia, who's had 10 runs batted in across the past 2 ball games. And now Yohan Moncada will bat. Still 2 outs, 12-10 White Sox. Rockies will have even more runs to climb back from in the bottom of the 9th. Swing and a miss by Moncada. 2 for 5. Triple, single. He's 3 for 10 in this series. The 0-1 from Pazos is taken low with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Moncada batting .333 with runners in scoring position on the year. And in the dirt, hitters count now on Moncada. Rockies were up 10-8 going into the 9th. 4 runs across for the White Sox so far. That pitch misses inside, 3 balls and a strike. Tim Anderson waiting on deck. First runs charged to Scott Oberg this year. 3-1 pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. Full count now. Pazos needs one more good pitch to get this game to the bottom of the 9th, give the Rockies a chance to score a couple more. The 3-2 is swung on and grounded, lined rather, right into the glove of the first baseman, Daniel Murphy. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It'll be the top of the order. Story, Blackmon, Dahl due up for the Rockies. They trail it by a couple runs.
Your attention, please.
So Adam Engel will take over in left field. Eloy Jimenez out of the game. He was pinch ran for. Luis Robert will take over in right field. Nomar Mazara's day is done. And new pitcher for the White Sox is Steve Cishek, trying to pick up the save. He's converted 2 of 2 opportunities. ERA is 0 on the year. 1 walk, no strikeouts. Not pitched a whole lot. This is just his 4th game. Trevor Story will lead things off. 12-10 White Sox. Rockies had a 10-8 lead going into the 9th. 0 for 3 on the day with a walk for Trevor Story, batting .215 on the year. Charlie Blackmon has 3 home runs and an RBI single on the day. He's waiting on deck. High-scoring affair at Coors Field today. Steve Cishek, the sidearm delivery. Righty-on-righty matchup. This can't be a comfortable plate appearance for Story. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. Cishek's 1-0 is swung on and ripped towards deep left field, hooking down the line, and that ball is foul. Story almost got one out of here. And it remains now 1-1 on Story. Cishek gets ready to deliver. And a swing and a high fly ball towards right field. It's a long run out there for the new right fielder, Robert. That's going to drop. And that'll bang off the wall. Story will cruise into second base with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the ninth. Tying run will come to the plate for the Rockies. 7th double of the year for Trevor Story. Charlie Blackmon, the tying run now. He has 3 home runs and an RBI single as part of a 4-hit ball game. 298, 375 OBP, 933 OPS now for Blackmon. 5 runs batted in today. And he is the potential tying run here in the bottom of the ninth. White Sox have not been able to get him out. Steve Cishek comes set. Looks towards second base. Delivers his first pitch to Blackmon. And it's outside with a slider. Blackmon batting .316 with runners in scoring position on the year. The 1-0 is low, 2-0. David Dahl waiting on deck. Well, the game has to come to an end at some point. This 2-0 is swung on and ripped towards right field. Robert on the run. He's still going back towards the corner. He will get there and make the catch. Story tags and moves up to third. He's there with 1 out. And Blackmon is retired for the first time today. David Dahl will be the batter. Oh for 4 on the day, 0 for 8. And this brief 2-game series for David Dahl. Rockies trying to salvage one final game here. Dahl is still the potential tying run at the plate. First pitch is a slider for a strike from Cishek. Dahl only hitting .176 with runners in scoring position on the year. He's been struggling. Cishek gets ready to deliver an 0-1. And it's going to miss a low. And swinging a fly ball foul and out of play. Several lead changes in this ball game. It was 1-0 Rockies, then it was 5-1 White Sox, then it was 6-5 Rockies. Dahl fouls and out of play. Game ended up being tied at 8. Rockies took a 10-8 lead. White Sox took a 12-10 lead in the ninth. That's where we're at right now. The 1-2 to Dahl is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Rockies down to their final out. Nolan Arenado will be the batter. He's still the potential tying run, but there are 2 outs now. Trevor Story on third base led things off with a double, advanced on a fly ball out by Charlie Blackmon. Arenado 2 for 4 today. First pitch from Cishek is inside. Arenado 2 singles and a run scored, 343, 422, 667, his impeccable slash line on the year. Cishek delivers a 1-0 to Arenado, and it's outside 2-0. Arenado batting .464 with runners in the scoring position on the year. .20 from Cishek is swung on and grounded towards short. Long throw for Anderson and got him. And that is your ball game. Rockies go 0-5 on the homestand. Now 4-9 at home on the year, drop to a game below the 500 mark. Final score: White Sox 12, Rockies 10. On a day when Charlie Blackmon hit 3 home runs, it was not enough for the Rockies. Rockies had a 10-8 lead going into the 9th inning. Scott Oberg blowing his first save of the year. So 12 runs, 14 hits, an error for the White Sox. 10 runs on 13 hits, no errors for the Rockies. Alex Colomé gets the win. He's now 1-1 on the year. Scott Oberg the loss. In the win for Colomé, 1 inning pitched. Scott Oberg goes a third of an inning. 2 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, no strikeouts. And Steve Cishek gets the save, 1 hit, 1 strikeout in his inning. Player of the game for the second straight game is Larry Garcia. 2 for 5, home run, 4 RBI. Had 6 RBI yesterday with a grand slam and 2 home runs. Danny Mendick goes 2 for 4 with a walk, triple RBI, 2 runs scored. Yasmani Grandal 1 for 4 with a 2-run home run. Eloy Jimenez 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and a run scored. On offense for the Rockies, they did well. Charlie Blackmon went 4 for 5 with 3 home runs, 5 runs batted in, 3 runs scored. Ryan McMahon 3 for 4, a home run, 2 doubles, 3 RBI, 2 runs scored. Ian Desmond goes 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run. Chris Owings gets a triple in his 1 for 2 day and scores a run as well. Final score today, White Sox beat the Rockies 12-10. Ben Kuchner-Kavich with Purple Row. Want to let you know this broadcast is not affiliated with the Colorado Rockies, Major League Baseball, or MLB The Show 20. Rockies will go on the road now where they have had a 10-6 record on the year. They'll go to face the Phillies in a 3-game series on the weekend and then a 2-game series in Detroit before returning back home.